So first of all, welcome back. It's gonna be tomorrow's gonna be our first day back. I took a little bit of a break after our 7 day losing streak. We broke it on Thursday. And then we didn't trade on Friday. But I made the mistake of taking a second trade and I pretty much took out like 70% of my profits. So that's exactly why you don't overtrade. And that's exactly why I stick to one trade per day. Win or loss, I try to stick to one trade per day because I ended up just giving my profits back. And honestly, it was lame, bro. It was so lame. So right now, coming in today, I'm just trying to come in with a fresh mindset. Um, I took a couple of days to myself and with my family, my kid. So I really kind of thought about what I want from this, and I really took time to ask myself if this is something that I really want. I've blown. I mean, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I've blown 29 evals. I've blown 3 funded accounts. Um, if I had risk management, I didn't have psychology. If I didn't have psychology, I didn't have risk management. If I had both, then I was just lacking my strategy. I was lacking, what I mean, whether or not I saw my model in the charts. And I think what I've come to realize is that I feel like I've made great strides in psychology and risk management and strategy. But the thing is, I feel like I just reverted myself a little bit, and I let like the losing trades get to me. I understand that there's gonna be some losing days, losing weeks, losing streaks. And the name of the game is staying as long as you possibly can. It's not about the fast wins. I've gotten my accounts funded before, and they didn't last because I couldn't get through it quick. You can't get rich quick with this. You can get rich quick in a relatively small amount of time, but not as fast as you think. So many people want to get in here because they see the P&L. They go on Instagram Shorts and TikTok Shorts, and all they're seeing is trader makes $25,000 in 3 minutes. But nobody fucking says that they're waiting for their setup for 3 to 4 hours on the chart. Trading is 90%, 95% waiting, 5% execution. Literally. The whole name of the game is being able to just watch the charts and be okay with not seeing your setup play out. That's the whole name of the game. And I've come to the realization that I need to be okay with staying cash. I need to be okay with not trading. I need to be okay with my model not coming up in the charts and being able to walk away. I did some backtesting right now and I realized that we were stuck between the New York range for a while. We closed the day here. No, sorry, we closed Thursday here, right? For instance, we had this New York AM high, we had this New York AM low. We stayed in this range pretty much the whole day. We booked New York AM and we didn't continue to sweep. We actually ended up dumping. I think we came back. Oh no, this is Thursday. I guess it's because Friday there was no trading day. It was Good Friday, so there was no nothing on the charts. But like I was saying, right, we go back over here. We only had a break of structure from the PM right here when they broke the New York AM low, but this was during Powell news, right? So with so much volatility in the market, when Powell speaks, I can't trade, right? So it broke New York AM highs. I mean, everybody would think that it came to take out London highs, and it didn't. It just rejected, and then it pretty much just fucking took a big ass shit when Powell chose to start speaking. Um, yeah, let's go back again, right? Again, sticking within this range, right? We had this New York AM high, New York AM low. Price went ahead and took out London and Asia lows, and then London highs. Price decided to stay in between this range, in between this 145 range and this 926 range. Price boom, chop, 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 chop. A little bit of a dump, broke the structure, and then it just kept going, chopped out. I need to be okay with not seeing my setup and moving on. That's all that I really think I really need to do. I need to hold myself accountable. Tomorrow coming in on Monday, I expect to just be able to watch the charts and not take a trade unless I see something that absolutely calls my eye. Like it absolutely catches my eye. That's the only way that I'm going to be able to trade this. So I want to learn to be able to watch the charts, see opportunity, to possibly take the opportunity, or if it's not an A plus setup, then go ahead and move on without any fear of missing out. Without FOMO. It's a lot of mental fucking game in this shit. This is by far the hardest shit I've ever done in my life. And this weekend, man, I really asked myself, this is what I want, and it is. This is absolutely what I want. I want all of this bullshit. I want all of the smoke that comes with this shit. So we're gonna come in. Market's gonna open up today, I think around 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I'll keep an eye on the market. I'll see what it's doing. I want to be able to have a good idea of what it wants to do. I have these levels marked out just in case price doesn't really open up at a far level. Um, and then we'll go from there. We're back tomorrow. So tomorrow, really practicing patience. Really gonna try and implement our strategy and really try and just wait to see what price wants to do. There's a million opportunities. We just have to find one of them.